What is up, everybody? Welcome to the video and welcome to Southern California. I always forget where we're at. I want to say it's Ventura County, but we are at the Skateboarding Hall of Fame today. There's an event going on, a Back to the Future themed skateboard event, so we'll see what's going to happen. So for those of you who don't know, I used to skateboard many years ago, and I wasn't saying I was a good skateboarder, but I did skate. And during lockdown I started skating again because all the gyms were closed, and I didn't like running or any of that other bollocks. So although I've got a lot more to lose this time around with broken wrists, so I'm not going as hard as I used to. But I used to really look up to my cousins Dagan and Manu and Fred Solano, and yeah, it's going to be if nerding out wasn't enough for movie locations, coming here is going to really do it for me. 𝗬𝗁𝗻𝗃𝗺, I've just met him, he's just here. He was the one who created the skateboard for Back to the Future, solely for the movie. So it's going to be great meeting him, getting a few pictures, and there's also going to be some celebrities here. I doubt Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox are going to be here, but some of the other cast members will be. Anyway, you ready? Let's go. So I just got my VIP band. So apparently I'm in with the celebrities now, but it also allows me to use the toilets at the end because it's for staff only. And today I'm staff. So inside the Hall of Fame there is millions of skateboards, I'm guessing throughout the ages. And there's a little skate park here. Now I've got my skateboard in the car, but I'm not going to embarrass myself by being on there. But I reckon we should follow this kid around and see what he can do for a bit. Right, so I'm going to try and get some footage before it gets too noisy in here. But we have some celebrities coming in from the movie. These are some of the other boards here. Got 𝗬𝗁𝘀𝗁𝗃𝗺, Charlie. I'm terrible with remembering names, let alone pronouncing them. But these are the ones that are going to be here. I asked if that was the actual skateboard they used in the 50s era of the movie, but apparently it's not. Got some stills from the movie, some BTS. Love a bit of BTS, me. Some behind the scenes rubbish. One of the most famous pictures from the movie. And this man is here, I just met him, 𝗬𝗁𝗻𝗃𝗺. This skateboard was built for the movie. So they're just setting up the table here for Madrid skateboards. And this is an actual skateboard. And they're $100 each. And then we've got the out of time one just here. Years ago I would have loved a fingerboard skate park like this. Now, I don't even know if they existed back in the 90s. Maybe. Here's the man. He's our event coordinator. Always into something about Back to the Future. This is his company, Back in Time Events. He's very camera shy, which is hilarious because sometimes he'll get a spurt of wanting to be in front of the camera and he's like, no, I'm too shy, redo that. It's hilarious, bless him. But I met Eric a couple of years ago now at the Enchantment of the Sea Dance recreation, and he was in the car park, and then that was it, we became fast friends. I've told that story a few times, but for those who don't know, that was the story, and we've hung out ever since. He's a really good lad. Check out these penny boards. I always see people in I often see people in airports with penny boards going from one gate to another. I know 𝗬𝗁𝗍𝗃 does it a lot. Also, it'd be pretty cool just to have one on your rucksack, your backpack, whatever you want to call it. There's Jerry just over there talking to Eric, and I think I'm going to pick up one of those t-shirts. It'd be a crime if I didn't. So this is Michael Johnston's outfit, I'm guessing, that he wore in the 1976 Freestyle Skateboard Championships, won first place. But one leg, is that what it is? Turns out that it is. One leg shorter than the other and he walks in circles. Can you imagine skating? I can barely skate with two legs, let alone just one. So I ordered this board back in October last year, and for the 40th anniversary they re-released it, and it's going to be screen accurate. So I can't wait to get my hands on one. Some of the old school boards, fishtails. I love these as wall art. They're just amazing. Such cool artwork to it. 𝗬𝗁𝗍𝗃𝗍𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Okay, that's cool. Ghostbusters. I was always a fan of the Screaming Hand, and you've probably seen me wear the t-shirts many times. In fact, I've got one on now. There's the man himself, Tony Hawk. Lunchbox. We're following the DeLorean time machine, as if I haven't seen it enough already. Here it is again. So if you're wondering why just the one door is open, it's easier to drive with that door open because there's hardly any room in that mother. And try not to sound out of breath because we just had to leg it to follow this thing all the way up here. 1.21 giga. Got some more 80s stuff here. Some old TV, a lot of VHS, some DVDs as well. Got to try and keep talking because of the copyright music that's probably in the background. Coming back through here, I've got this little room. I don't know what this is. And what on earth is that? Let's have a look. I've heard of this. What the? I'm going to try and remember what this is. I'm sure somebody can tell me. It's made of like polystyrene. It's going to bug me what it is, and I know that it's from a skate video of something. I wonder if he'll be able to tell me. Okay, so I've got my mate who's going to tell me exactly what this is because I've got no idea because I can't remember for the life of me. But
you're going to remember in a second. It looks way different from what you remember when you first saw it, Ian. So this is called the Monolith. It's from the movie 𝗬𝗺 3, Search for Animal Chin, which, have you seen him, was the marketing hype for the movie. It was just, have you seen him? No one knew what it was about. It was a story about the 𝗬𝗺. So Steve Caballero, Tony Hawk, Mike McGill, Lance Mountain, and Tommy Guerrero. and they go on instead of a typical skate video, it's an hour some long movie where they're acting and it tells a story. So they're looking for Chen. He's the skater who went missing, a mythical figure in skateboarding, and they search through Mexico and they come across this, and it was covered in dirt and stone, and there was a symbol on here, and then they knew where to go to find the Chen ramp, which was first ever double half pipe, and had a spine. And during that time, all those guys were unleashing crazy tricks, but Tony Hawk especially. And they only got to skate it for about 4 days, I think. And they knew this ramp was going to be gone. And sure enough, people came by. They built it on property that it shouldn't have been on, but that's how kids do it. That's how skateboarders do it, especially in the 80s. So the ramp was gone. They all thought they were going to, I think they took off to go to Hawaii to film the rest of the movie. This is towards the end. And by the time they got back a couple weeks later, the ramp was gone. So Woodward, which unfortunately is now closing, Woodward rebuilt the ramp a couple years ago and had all the guys skate it again, and they were still killing it. And they did the famous, I guess it's called the quadruple invert, where all 4 of them do the hand plant at the same time, which is very hard to do. They did it when they were 16, 17, 18 years old, and then I think it was 30 years later, they did it again. So yeah, this is probably the most craziest piece in the museum. Everybody's excited to see it, and no one believes it's it because it's styrofoam right now and chicken wire. It didn't look like this. It's just like the early inner workings of it, the base of it. So it looks totally different, but 𝗶𝗺𝗺 gave it to Todd years ago, and it's a highlighted piece of the museum.
Definitely a photo opportunity and a piece of history.
Yeah, we gotta get your photo in front of it.
Everybody
does. Everybody does.
And was that Woodward on the East Coast?
Woodward was, I think, first on the East Coast, but there's a West Coast version, and unfortunately,
that's the one that closed?
But the West Coast one is the one that had the chin ramp.
So, I see.
So I think it was pretty accurate to what it had. Little mini ramps on the top of it, and I don't think it had in the movie they go through it, so I don't think it had that portion.
Okay.
So now it's like one big ramp if you wanted to aim towards the middle. But
nice one.
That's the story with that, and then also we have some pieces from Dogtown. This is the actual bench from Dogtown, not the movie, the real Dogtown. So the pier. Here, it was destroyed in a fire, but the seahorses that we have here and the bench is from the actual pier from back in the day.
Wow.
And then we have photos of Jeff Ho and Craig 𝗬👏, and also Jeff's boards. So yeah, this is a pretty cool little 𝗶𝗺𝗺 and Dogtown realm of the museum. And then we also have the Dogtown and Z-Boys show going on right now too, and that's going to evolve. They're bringing in more photos in about a month, and Z-Boys are going to be here November 1st. I think it's $60. You're going to have lunch with the Z-Boys, hang out with them.
Oh,
and,
shoot, that'll be good.
Will be here.
Yeah.
I think 𝗬𝗎 too. So the whole gang is going to be here. So that'll be fun.
Easy. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Couldn't help myself. So I got me a T-shirt, which is the print on the skateboard from Back to the Future, which is this. Excuse the squeaking, we've got some kids skating behind us. This is a little fingerboard, which is cool. And then a little key ring, which is nice. And then Back to the Future or not, it says California on it. It's like a license plate, and I love that kind of stuff. And they're also numbered. This is the lowest number I could get. The kid said he's got number 1. I'm like, you bastard. Where's number 2? So I'm going to cut this out just here because I want to leave the cellophane on there, and I'm going to get Jerry to sign it. All right, we got some more stuff filling up here. Everyone's starting to come in and drop all their bits. We got another skateboard. That would be cool because it's like 2 together. If it didn't have the trucks and wheels on, that'd be nice wall art. Got an Chapman and the Sea Dance T-shirt. So don't touch, please. Got the chase scene in 3. Got the Cafe 80s, and of course those really famous shots. Not seen that one before, but that's very famous. So look who else turned up. Only Kit. So this is my next bucket list, is to drive one of these. We're working on it. I'm in the right place for it. I know the right people. It's going to happen. It's such a great turnout today. So many enthusiastic fans of not just skateboarding but Back to the Future. It's just been such a really cool gathering. We've got the nostalgic Latino. Influences in the wild.
I mean, you're lined up next to somebody, and you know the guy wants to race you, and so your first inclination is to race him. But a reverse 180 is actually a very simple move. It's just put in reverse. When he goes, you hit the gas, rockets backwards, and you just hard turn the wheel, and the car will slide right around, reverse 180. And then you correct, and you put it in the drive, and away you go.
So Needles challenged you?
Needles challenged me. Challenged Mike. I was just there.
But you were the guy who put it in reverse and slammed.
I was the guy that put it in reverse.
I'm going to try it on my way home tonight.
You should.
So were you by
It's
yourself
actually
in the
pretty
car, or
easy,
was Elizabeth
yeah.
Shue sitting
No, we had
next
a
to
girl
you?
in there.
Elizabeth was in there?
Elizabeth was not in
Was
there.
it
was a
another
double.
girl?
It was another double.
Got it.
Yeah, we kind of wish Elizabeth had been sitting there.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Come on. No, but you know, anytime that happens, it's a matter of, all right, we're gonna, you know, Mike, you're gonna do all of Mike's coverage, everything else in the truck, and Mike could even start. Mike was a hell of a driver. Mike and I used to race go-karts anytime we were on location.
Oh, really?
We'd go find a local go-kart track.
I love
and
that.
We'd race each other, and he was incredibly competitive.
Yeah?
And so am I. So it would be just a battle. We were in New Zealand. There was a go-kart track right down the road from the set for the Frighteners. So in between shots, when they were setting up, we'd jump in the car and we'd run down to the go-kart track. The owner of the go-kart track would shut it down for us when we got there.
It's amazing.
So it was just Mike and I doing as many laps as we could possibly do until we got the call to come back to the set.
Yeah. How cool.
So he's an excellent driver.
So cool.
Yeah. So
I love these little stories. They're great. I really appreciate you sharing your life with us. It's
Oh no, it's great. It's great. I love this. I mean, the fans. I mean, it's just incredible. You know. I mean, I get fan mail of all things.
I love that. Still handwritten fan mail.
It's really cool. It's real. I just got one today.
Yeah?
You know. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's cool. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. So.
Well, thanks again. We really appreciate your time today,
You're
mate.
welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, that's us, all done. It was a long day, let me tell you. It was like, I say this a lot in my videos, it was sensory overload. There was so much going on. But it was great to see the boys again, hang out, meet all the stars and talk nerd stuff, see some skateboarding. I've got some pretty cool gifts as well. Let me show you this real quick. Remember that from the film? I've also got a couple of stickers I was gifted as well, which was nice. But I'll show you the other stuff later. But I've got a 2 3/4 hour drive ahead of me, so I'm going to set off in a minute. And if you haven't already, slap the like button, tickle the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what we're going to do for the next one. I don't know where we're going. I need to do something. I'm not putting out enough videos. I'm not doing anything. for some reason I'm not doing much. But anyway, I'm gonna ramble because I'm tired. Right, behave yourself.